Today we're going to assemble the Dreams Bilbao guest bed, and to show us how it all goes together, please let me introduce Heather. Let's assemble the drawers. Lay a drawer left and right side panel and front panel as shown here. Make sure that the grooves are facing inwards and the two holes at the end of each side panel are positioned as shown. Now take a dowel and some glue and coat the end of the dowel with the glue. Place the dowel in the dowel hole at the end of the side panel as shown here, and repeat with another dowel in the other dowel hole. Now coat both of the dowels in glue. Carefully line up the side panel dowels and position the dowels into the front panel as shown. Now using two medium-sized screws, secure the side panel to the front panel as shown here. We need to repeat this process for the other side panel. Now take the drawer base and carefully slide it down the grooves in the side panel and make sure it fits nicely in the groove in the front panel. Turn the drawer onto its base and lower the back panel down between the ends of the side panels. Make sure the back panel is positioned like this, with its curved edge facing upward. Now secure the side panel to the back panel using two medium-sized screws. You'll need to secure the other side panel to the back panel in the same way. Now turn the drawer over, and whenever using nails and a hammer, it's always wise to wear safety goggles. Make sure the base is seated correctly, and then taking a small nail, nail the base to the back panel as shown here. You need to nail the base to the back panel in all the positions indicated. Your drawer is now complete. All that remains is to repeat the process for the other two drawers. Let's build the guest bed. Take the guest bed front panel and one of the handles. Make sure the lip of the handle is positioned downwards. Now align the handle up with the two screw holes in the front panel and secure to the front panel with two truss-headed screws. And repeat on the other side to fit the remaining handle. Now take a trim section and put it in place as shown at the end of the front panel. Use three medium-sized screws to secure the trim section to the front panel. And you need to repeat this on the other side of the panel. Make sure the trim sections fit flush to the top of the panel. We also have to fit trim sections to the back panel, and we do this in the same way as we did the front panel. Now take a side panel and lay it out as shown, with the drill holes for the wheels at the bottom edge. Now take one of the wheels and place it in position over the drill holes. You want to secure the wheel to the side panel using 4 small screws. Don't forget to fit the screws that secure the wheel to the edge of the panel. Now do the same to fit another wheel to the other side of the panel, and then fit 2 more wheels to the second side panel. Now take a side panel and place 2 dowels in the dowel holes at the end of the panel as shown here. You'll need to repeat this at the other end of the panel. And then repeat again for the other side panel. Now bring the left side panel alongside the back panel and carefully position the dowels in the side panel into the back panel as shown here. Now take a cup nut and place it in one of the holes in the side panel. Then pass a fine threaded bolt through the back panel and screw it into the cup nut, tightening off with an Allen key. You now need to repeat this procedure in the lower hole. You fit the right hand side panel in exactly the same way. Now bring the front panel alongside the side panels and secure them in the same way that you secured the back panel. Now place the 6 drawer runners in position as shown here. You need to secure each drawer runner to the bed frame with a narrow screw at both ends of the drawer runner. Now place the bed slats, ribbon side down, onto the slat rails. Secure the centre slat and both end slats to the bed rails with 6 narrow screws. To complete the guest bed, all you need to do now is put the drawers into position. Let's assemble the bed frame. We'll start by laying out the headboard panels as shown. Make sure the 2 narrow panels have their finished edges facing towards the top of the bed frame. At the end of each panel, you'll notice screw holes and larger dowel holes. Now take a dowel and coat one side of it with glue. Place the dowel in the larger dowel hole. You may need to tap it home with a hammer. Now you need to repeat this so all 10 dowel holes in the panels have dowels. Now position the left and right bedposts as shown, so the 3 holes in the bedposts are facing upwards. When you turn over the bedposts, you should have 9 holes. The posts are handed. It is important that you position them correctly. Now take some glue and coat one of the dowels in a panel. Now insert the dowel into the dowel hole in the bedpost. You want to repeat this for all the dowels and panels. Now take a coarse threaded screw, pass it through the bedpost and screw the panel to the bedpost and tighten with an Allen key. Secure the other 3 panels to the bedpost in the same way, and then repeat the procedure on the other side. Now take one of the bed side panels and in the end of the side panel place a dowel in the centre hole and tap it home with a hammer, and repeat this for the other side. And then you need to do the same again with the other side panel. Now take the footboard and 2 fine threaded bolts. Pass the bolts through the holes in the footboard. Now use the bolts to guide the dowel in the side panel into the footboard. Now draw back one of the bolts and place a cup nut into the hole as shown. Then screw the bolt into the cup nut and tighten with the Allen key, and repeat this for the other bolt and cup nut. You need to repeat this procedure to fit the other side panel. We now need to attach the headboard in the same way as we attached the footboard. We need to make sure that the bolts are nice and tight. This is also something that we should do periodically whilst the bed is in use. Your bed frame should now look like this. Now take an end board finishing panel and place a dowel in the dowel hole as shown here. You'll also need to repeat this on the other side of the finishing panel, and repeat this process for the second finishing panel. The panel must be fitted to the headboard and footboard the correct way round. If it's incorrectly fitted, it will look like this. If it's correctly fitted, it will look like this. Now using 3 medium-sized screws, screw the panel to the headboard and secure the footboard panel in the same way. Now lay out the bed slats ribbon side down onto the side rails. Secure the centre bed slat and both end bed slats using 6 narrow screws. Now slide the guest bed underneath the main bed. Your dreams Bilbao guest bed is now ready for its mattress and a good night's sleep. Give or take the odd sleepover. Thank you for watching.